Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Abigail, the ultimate guru, and with me, as always, is my co host, the Chaos Buddha
That's right.
himself, the Kanye of comedy,
Yeah. Some person.
DJ, DJ Beer Belly, Bryden Proctor.
Hey, guess what? This is the loud episode because of all of the incessant complaining from you.
They do complain a lot, don't they?
It's just
Bunch of
certain people. It's
whiners.
just certain people to the point that I think because it's only in this certain circle. I've listened to it on every speaker in my fucking house and it sounds fine. So here's a real loud fucking episode. And if you don't like that, I will include the Twitter fucking ats in the description of the people that said this.
I want everyone to tell us exactly what you think of the audio. Tell Bryden. He's podcast H2H on Twitter. Just tweet at him if his DMs aren't open.
No, they should be. I think I get all kinds of. This is the last time I'm going to loan you money. Here's the Bitcoin wallet. Fucking spam
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. I get a lot where it's literally just the login with no
Yeah,
preamble at all.
yeah. I'm sure that's legit. Oh man,
Yeah.
this guy sent it to the wrong dude. I'm about to make a fortune.
I feel bad. The only thing is that I lose actual message requests from like real people that are trying to talk to me in the
Oh,
midst of like 20, bot chats back there that I don't feel like clearing out yet. There was a guy, I didn't see his message till like 3 days later last weekend. I felt really bad about that.
I don't know. Mine are open, but like mine are just the spam ones get filtered into the bullshit. It'll say like one message request, but I don't know. I think the spam filter does an okay job, but yeah, you're right. Maybe some of those hi, I saw your profile, I'm attracted to you.
Could be a
That
real
might be,
person.
yeah, it might be real.
But this person sent me a screenshot of my own old tweet. Was asking me about it, but not in
You're
an aggressive way.
you're like, yeah, yes, yeah. I still do think that they're all a bunch of.
No. It was about a music thing, actually, but anyway, I felt bad about that. Sorry, guy.
Well, what are you gonna do? It's a broken site. It's a broken site. He's a broken man. Elon Musk is a
It's
broken man.
crazy how broken it is. And ever since Elon took over that week, every time I charge my phone and for like 10 minutes after, Twitter is broken. Nothing will load. It's the
That's
phone charger port. I don't know what it is. Everything else on my phone works.
what the fuck.
Twitter will not load, and I have to just wait, and like restarting my phone will fix it. So
What the fuck?
too, if I like, but why would I bother doing that? I could just wait 10 minutes to check my Twitter. But yeah, it's crazy.
Not have.
Why? That's such a weird freaking problem. It happens to my husband too. It's Samsung phones, maybe. I don't know.
I wonder if that's just yeah. For a lot of the time, it won't. Or like it just won't load or whatever. Maybe I'm plugging and unplugging my phone.
It's really annoying because also that means it doesn't work when I'm driving, so I can't tweet and drive
Okay.
because I
Well, then
plug it into the the car.
you shouldn't be. You should be doing that. And
No,
hey,
I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
maybe that's by design because I'll bet you can tweet from a fucking Tesla.
Oh, probably. But not if it's charged in the I don't know, it's fix it, Elon. Okay, fix it.
He's not gonna
And
fix it.
also, I'm not gay. I'm not a gay man. I'm not an older gay man like your advertisements seem to think I am.
Well, I've told you about my advertisements. Seem to think that I am a much worse, blacker, gayer man than you. I don't know if that was on the bonus or what, but yeah, it was.
No, I think if it's pretty like wholesome, like, 55-year-old gay man like younger cowboy
No, no,
is the ad like
no. Mine is gay cum bukkake parties.
No, yeah, it's not that.
Yeah,
Mine is so modest compared to that.
yeah.
So chaste.
What did it say? It was like no anal, no oral, just bait.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
god, yes. That
yeah.
specifically was really bad. Mine is it's like fanfic sites. There's one called so.gay where it'll be so the one I can remember the best, it was just a picture of like a 21-year-old man with no shirt and a cowboy hat and like Wrangler jeans and like a belt buckle, right? And it's like
He was a white guy,
Alex
I assume.
Silver has a mystery or something. Yes, it's like find out Alex Silver's mysterious something or something like that. And it's like
I
I'm
wish
not clicking that.
I wish they would try to finesse me. Instead, they're just like, "This is what you want. You want to come on a guy
No.
the whole time." It's I think that that day has come and gone. No pun intended. Since then,
Did you have
it's
fun?
yeah. Oh boy, we call it a rave, but yeah, uh,
Every time he's talking about a rave, that's his
yeah.
code word, so everyone knows.
No, but I mean, like, where in Orlando did that happen? It was specific to Orlando too. It was like there's just somewhere there was, and the thing is, I hope people showed up for him too, because it's like if you're paying for Facebook or for Twitter ads, like I hope people
That
showed
would be
up.
really sad if nobody showed up.
I know, right? Like that's worse than nobody showing up to your fucking birthday party, like for sure. At least you get cake. He gets no cum if nobody shows up.
That's crazy. No one showed up to my 10th birthday party.
What were you? What were you? You were cat peeing by
That,
then?
that was when the whole town found out about my mom being a crack whore, so their
Oh,
parents wouldn't let
yeah.
them go.
That makes sense. It was not your fault. That was
Nope.
a society's attitude towards people like your mother.
Yeah.
We never really think about the consequences of birthday parties after we become crack whores, but hey, at least,
Well, she found out.
oh yeah, in the end, at least she got, what was coming her way. So,
Which is crazy. Maybe karma does exist. Maybe I should just get over it.
oh, you should definitely get over it. She's an
I
invalid
still
now.
haven't. It's a
Yeah,
problem.
she's an invalid. I like that word,
It's a good word.
right?
We should use it again.
Yeah, people wouldn't even know what it meant because they're mad about retarded, but invalid. Because people get mad about handicap, I guess. But
People get mad about everything.
yeah,
I saw someone go on a rant about how, about someone using the term mentally deficient. And it's like, man, is there no way to call people stupid then?
yeah. What's the progressive way? Let's ask Grok real quick. Maybe
I
that's
think
not
you have to
broken.
call them a Nazi. I think that's it. I think it's the only thing you can say now is Nazi.
I mean, if we're just calling the Goodwill workers Nazis, that would
Can
be
I just
fucking
call everyone
hilarious.
a Nazi?
What
Is that
is?
the trick?
Yeah. But invalid I like because they in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the whole first thing is like, I forget how many. I think it's like six teenagers and their his invalid brother went on a road trip. Invalid's a great one.
You're so amused by that.
I am. It's a great word, invalid. Uh, what's
Oh,
up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Yes,
On or off air doesn't really matter. Have you seen The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt?
I have. Yeah, I thought it was
Is it
okay.
any good?
It was okay. It's worth a watch. I didn't finish the whole series, but it's okay.
So we finished 30 Rock,
Great
and
show.
I was trying to find other, shorter, lighthearted shit. Because, okay, we could watch another sci-fi show that's 45-minute to an hour episodes, and it's more serious, and it's not silly, and you have to pay attention to the plot,
I
right?
have the perfect one.
But I saw that show, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Tina Fey is the head of everything. It's got Jane Kurowski or whatever, Jenna Maroney's actress in it. It shares a bunch of the same people. Tina Fey is a character in it.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. I should give it a rewatch. But I would say one of the best shows in that vein, jokes per minute, and I think it's only 2 seasons, is Angie Tribeca.
I've never heard of that. Okay.
It's a spoof on like CSI Miami, but jokes per minute, it's absurd. Like there's just
Fantastic.
it's a
Yeah.
very absurd show. It's very funny, and it's got the one lady from The Office that Jim dated, the Italian.
I never saw The Office.
Oh, The Office is good, but it's like more lovey dramedy. It's super millennial. It's a great show. I like that.
Yeah, I missed it. Being one of the youngest millennials, everyone even a year or two older than me has seen The Office, and I don't know what anyone's talking about. And having, had kids early and stuff like that, I only dealt with people older than me for the
Sure.
past decade. And so I'm just like, sorry, guys, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like
I
it.
don't get any of your references. And then I found out that like half of the things people say to me are apparently either an Office reference or a Seinfeld reference. I'm learning that
Sure.
more and more over time. And that makes me angry.
You've just been
Why are they
laughing.
just spouting lines at me? Like at least I get some Simpsons lines. Like that's fine. That's the other third. Okay, so there's like three
Nah.
things,
Yeah.
right? So it's like I only understand a third of what people are saying to me, and that's why.
That's a rough life to live.
Why do people talk like this?
They've always talked like this.
They just quote lines at each other. I thought we were having a conversation and they just thought I was stupid for other reasons, but
Yep.
it was because I wasn't getting the joke.
Yep. Never once. Never once. People. I think you might eventually understand, and I will be one of these people on this episode. But people are painfully unfunny.
Yeah, I knew that, but I didn't realize that that was specifically why until just over
Pinnacle
time,
pinnacle of humor, dude, is repeating. I mean, you see it on the fucking internet. Like, what do they do? Touch grass is like the biggest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking retards. They're fucking retards.
Well, the
And
problem is that it's only funny until everyone has been saying it every day for like months on end. Like
nope,
you
you
can't,
weren't. You
you
weren't.
have to end it quickly, guys.
You weren't there for you know, sixth grade Napoleon Dynamite. I mean, like, if you had a I voted for Pedro fucking or vote for Pedro fucking T-shirt, you were getting all the sixth grade pussy, dude. You were the coolest, cleverest guy because you went to Spencer's Gifts at the mall 15 miles away. That's,
Yeah. You don't know what I started doing though to counteract this problem that I've been noticing in the world slowly over the last couple of years though, is now I started using Buffy and Xena references and like
oh,
stuff
God.
that these people haven't seen so that then I know that they're the dumb ones also cuz then they don't understand what's happening also.
That's the
And
worst example
it's
of fight fire with fire that I have ever seen. That's not
and
even
then
fight fire with
sometimes
fire.
someone gets it and chuckles and then we talk about the show for a little bit and it's fun, but like
That's that is on the
yeah.
same level as like the
Yeah.
redditor that was in the airport who was trying to find other redditors, and that's how they came up with when does the narwhal bacon at midnight. That's I just want everybody to die so much, dude.
Yeah. Well, maybe they shouldn't have done it to me first.
Nope, they were just referencing popular culture.
I wasn't born like this.
I agree. I don't know. I mean,
I was
I don't like it.
forced to become this.
So much of the show that we do is just It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So much of it.
It is. And that's fine because I get those references.
Okay,
That's when it's okay.
that's
Do you understand?
in a weird way, yes.
They're talking in a code.
They're not.
And it's only okay if I'm in on it.
Jesus fucking Christ, what have we become, dude? Okay, look,
And Seinfeld. Oh my
great
God,
show.
guys. Nothing happens.
Show about
No
nothing.
jokes are told. It's
So
just a
many jokes are told.
premise.
So many jokes are told.
At what point? I can't get through season one. It's
Well,
so bad.
season one is not the strongest. I would start it if you really hate it. I mean, if you liked it, I'd say go through season 1 and 2. If you, because in season one, I don't even think well, in the pilot, they didn't have Elaine. I think they got, but yeah. And I think we've talked about this. Just start at
No,
season
Elaine's
3.
there.
Not in the pilot, but probably because I think the network made them add a girl.
I
But
didn't watch the pilot.
okay, it's completely different. But uh, Start at season 3 of the Chinese restaurant and
It's
go from there.
crazy to me. Start at season 3.
Just
Skip 2 entire seasons of this show, and it's the greatest show ever.
well, it doesn't really start having long season long arcs until like I don't know, probably season 4 or 5, maybe 5.
All right, I'll do it. I'll try.
Yeah, just start with the Chinese restaurant, which I think is a season 3 episode, and I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation. I don't know if it was on air.
We did, but it was off air. I wanted to have it on air.
The Chinese restaurant. Oh, it is season 2, episode 11. So end of season 2. Watch the Chinese restaurant. It's a great episode.
I have a Dear Abby.
Okay.
Dear Abby, love your show. First time writing in. Anyway, do you remember that scene from season 1 of The Office where Pam's fiance tells Pam her birthday gift is, quote, the best sex of her life?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I don't think
don't.
that. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. And then, Jim horning in on that. And they eventually get together. Pam's a bitch. You learn that really. Looking back, you're like, Pam is a fucking cunt. What a terrible
Just a bitch
person.
name.
Yeah, she's kind of the worst. But, what are you going to do?
I feel bad saying that because I do know a Pam that was a bitch, but then she like turned her life around and dedicated it to Christ, and now she just kind of preaches a lot.
Lady preacher, still a bitch. Don't like it.
That's a good point.
Not
You're
even
making a good
religious,
point.
but ladies, I know enough about the Bible to know you better shut your traps. That's what
Yep.
it says. It was like the fucking 8th one, I think it says. Moses came down. He was like, bitches, shut the fuck
No.
up.
No, that's not it.
I think that's what he said. It was like, it was the 8th or something like that. It was like, shh,
No.
quiet, ladies. Men are dealing with our lives right now.
Yo, you know what the men were doing while Moses was up on the mountain? Do you know what they were doing?
I think they were fucking each other and worshiping a golden calf.
Yeah, they were worshiping a statue,
Yeah.
Bryden. And Moses came down, he had a lot more rules, and then he broke them because he was so mad.
What was going on? I'll bet one of those, the 11th one was probably ladies, knock it the fuck off. But I mean, let's say he's got 5 a thing. He's supposed to got 15. He got the calf thing in there. He's like, no other fucking, don't worship goddamn idols. Like, he got that one. But, he got the don't say my name in vain shit. He got that. But there had to have been something in there about, like, cornholing and, ladies shut the fuck up.
I mean, there were things about ladies shut the fuck up. Definitely. I promise.
the
But there was
10?
also a lot about like, hey, you Jews are fucking up. I'm literally gonna make the earth swallow up 1,000 of you right now. Which was kind of crazy. Can you imagine?
That was one of the extra 5 that Moses destroyed. God wasn't mad about that. He wasn't like, what the fuck, dude? I spent all day coming up with these. You could just go lose a third of them?
But he had to go back up. He had to go back up and try and get at the tablets again.
I mean, I get that it like takes a long time to fucking chisel some shit and some rock,
This
but
is not about The Office.
well, no, it's more
No, I
important.
don't think he was chiseling it.
You think God was chiseling it? He could chisel, I
think
guess.
that was. Yeah. Do you think he can't chisel, Bryden?
I'll bet he could chisel. I mean, he probably made the chisel, right?
Chisel's the best.
Probably. I mean, but how you gonna lose 5 of the fucking commandments?
I don't. Okay. Where did you get the 5 number? You
Well,
just made
because
that
it's
up.
5 and 5. He's got 2. We always see him with 2 plates on there. 2 slabs. So clearly, I mean, what do you think? He's just like, I don't know, I've run out. So I'm just, aesthetically, this is gonna look like shit. It'll just be 1 more, and then it's a big slab.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
I'm thinking, I mean, like, if it was like, okay, he lost 1, and it's only 1 on there. Hold on, crowd.
okay,
I'll
look.
be right back. I'll chisel this, 11th one at the bottom where I got the most room. Disregard the numbers. Sorry, they're messed up right now. But look, he could have done the top, the bottom. I'm just saying. He had
There
15.
ended up being a lot of very specific rules. You got to remember, in the Old Testament, there were a hell of a lot more rules.
Well,
It was
I don't
pretty
know.
bad.
We'll never know because fucking Butterhands Moses over here.
No, but I think they were pretty clear about it. Have you read the first few books of the Old Testament? It's just laws
Nah, man,
and genealogies.
No, see, I was relying on Moses to just give me the abridged version, of what I'm supposed to do, but he screwed it up for everybody. So now we all got to go to hell.
No, he went back up. He got more. It's fine.
I haven't heard about him going back up there. It sounds like the sequel. Like, it's like, oh, oops, there was stuff written on that one. No, he ran out of time. He met a deadline, dude. Like, they were all sitting down there, the Israelites or whoever the fuck they were, worshiping a calf, and he was like, I gotta get in front of this calf shit. So he goes over there, he's got some rules, and he's like, I'll be right back. And then, nobody heard about the fucking sequel. Have you ever heard of the Ten Commandments 2, New Testament? Never.
Imagine how angry you would be in his shoes. You come back down, and okay, God has literally been making food rain from the sky for these people. And as soon as Moses turns his back for 5 minutes, they have no object permanence, like a baby. They're just like, Moses is gone.
Hey,
I forgot
now,
all about the who gave us food and got us through the desert after 40 years, which is a long time to be
okay,
wandering the desert.
so also maybe Moses is not known for being quick about things. All right, that's a
No, he
long
was probably
time.
up there a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did take them a long time to get through the desert.
I
They probably
mean,
thought he was going to be gone 40 years.
yeah, they
But
were
that
just
does not excuse the Jews, okay?
what? I like them. They do Seinfeld. They're great, but
I think they deserve the smiting that God gave them in that
Jesus,
instance. In that instance, I mean, I'm on God's side, Bryden.
I don't know. I mean,
You
listen.
you gonna side with Satan?
Nah, I mean maybe the calf. I don't know.
You are no better than.
I don't know. It's gold.
Just seems a little ungrateful to
Where
me.
did they get the gold? It's the
That's a good question.
Were they mining? They just Moses
Did
wasn't looking for the promise. The promised land was a gold mine, and he's like, "Oh, finally, we're here."
Well, they probably like melted down their possessions. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read that.
Their possessions.
It's like a god, I guess. I don't know.
That just seemed they just
Yeah, it's
carried
not
that
smart.
for 40
It's
years.
well, where are they going to get? What are they going to sell it in the desert? Do you think there's just peddlers
I don't
out in
know
the
if
dunes?
I was in, listen, if I am, it's hot as shit through the desert. And I'm like, oh, God, all these rings. It's still, you got to get rid of them. It's like, oh, no, let's not get rid of those. That's crazy. They were hot and messy and sweaty out there. It was awful. It was brutal.
I
So,
feel like they would have had the foresight to think we might need these in the new kingdom.
to what?
In the
Who's going
land
to
of
be
milk
there?
and
To
honey.
sell them to each other? Yeah, I'm poking a lot of holes in these little stories here.
I mean, this isn't really fair because I'm delirious from a migraine trying to relate to you a story.
Well, I haven't eaten
A
anything.
big fact checked in real time. Where's Lee? We need him.
What is it? This isn't fact checked. I have no facts. I'm prodding. These are probing questions about
Should I move on with
the
the?
other five commandments that I would like to know about.
I think it was more than that. I
Dude,
can't remember.
how many can you fit
Okay,
on a
look.
slide?
Okay,
Did he
I'm gonna
write the
get
first
so
10
much
bigger?
shit for this.
Why? I'm the one, just because you can't defend it? That's fine. I'm the one asking questions.
No, not because I can't defend it, because I can't remember the
Oh,
numbers.
well, I don't know. Does Orthodox, they say you got like another fucking 40 of them or whatever?
No, that's not okay. You could just go read the book. Go read the
Oh, the
book.
Bible? Cool. Thanks.
Yeah,
Nice.
go read the book. Okay, you're gonna find
That's,
out. You're gonna learn a lot.
hold on.
Okay.
How many and we'll ask probably a demon. How many commandments are there? This one says, according to wow, this is the first thing that shows up. There are 613 commandments in the Torah according to Jewish tradition.
Do you see what I mean? So he
Interesting
brought down
religion
so
you
many
got there.
tablets. Do you think that when he went back up, okay, after he smashed them all, that he's gonna be like, yeah, let me haul all of these back down again for these ungrateful people?
I wouldn't call them ungrateful. I fear the ADO.
I'm talking. I don't think the people I'm talking about are still alive anymore. Like a third of them got swallowed up by the earth. They're like a twelfth of them or something. A twelfth of them.
Yeah, and the Bible has two sets of the Ten Commandments, but that's fine. That's a translation issue. Uh, so yeah, you got a bunch of these, and yet they won't tell me all 613 anywhere, even on the Wikipedia. Oh wait, hold on. I think I got them. All right, pick a number between 1 and 613.
33.
33, Expedition 33, fantastic game. Not to murder. It's weird it took them that long to get down there. You'd think that
Yeah,
would
that's
be
pretty low down. What is number one?
to have children with one's wife. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Number 2 is not to eat sinew of the thigh, and then I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, a lot of it's probably going to be food rules. It's probably not worth going through them all.
Well, what's
It's going to be a
crazy?
lot of like food rules and purity things. So there was a whole that's the
No,
other thing.
real quick
A
though,
lot of the Old
real quick.
Testament,
No,
yeah.
no, no, real quick. The link for sinew of the thigh, whatever the hell that is, Sineu of the thigh, yeah, it just links me to a thing of it's the sciatic nerve, and it links me to a picture of like the sciatic nerve in the human body. I think that they should fix that, but
Yeah,
go ahead. Sorry.
it's a little weird. What was I say? Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of just like reciting laws and like very specific situations in which there's exceptions and things like that. And so, like what
Oh
a woman
yeah.
is to do when she's on her period for, purity reasons, she has to be away for this amount of time and wash herself like this before she comes back and like things like that.
Yeah, 45, not to withhold food, clothing, and sexual relations from one's wife. You would think it said husband, but it doesn't
Well, it
around
probably
it.
has both.
Yeah,
Well,
somewhere.
the other one, the food and clothing and stuff is probably not.
I don't know what redeemed Jewish maidservants means, but that one's 46 on there, or 42. And then you're right, you got a bunch of stuff about the courts. The court must judge the damages incurred by by goring an ox. The judge must judge the damages incurred by a pit. What? I
Yeah. So it really was just a
fire.
government structure,
The court.
in addition, like and a religion all rolled up into one.
What it says here, not to oppress the weak. That's nice. Lend to the poor and destitute. That's a rule. I got to do that. Have you seen them?
Ah,
They're
you know
on
what?
fentanyl.
You know what I really like that they had is the Jubilee,
The
where every now and
Jubilee.
then
Oh, that's all of
the
them on Twitter.
Jubilee, where debts got forgiven and slaves got freed.
Oh, is that a real thing?
Yeah, that's what
How
they had.
odd?
Look up Jubilee.
How often than that? That's an X-Men character.
That's every like 50 years or something,
Oh,
isn't it?
well, that sucks for
50 or
you.
500.
Jubilee, 25, 50th, or 70th anniversary. Now it's just, let's see, in the Old Testament, the Jubilee year was a period of rest and restoration occurring every 50 years where debt slaves were, not all slaves, debt slaves, were freed and land was returned to its original owner. Why buy shit then? Land's returned to its original owner? What?
Well, you could profit off that land for a while before that time came, unless you got it like 5 years before or something.
Dude,
But you get
okay,
it
so
like
it's like
year one after the Jubilee, you're good.
so it's like the fucking housing market now where it's like, I don't know, Jubilee's in 10 years. Probably not a great time in the market.
And there's stuff about like how to conduct slavery, where it's like you can sell yourself to pay off debts and stuff like that. So then you would be able to get off of every 50 years from that, and yeah.
How long did people think that they lived back then?
It depends, honestly, because disease would take children and old people. So, I mean, the lifespan, if your health was great and you didn't get a disease that modern medicine would be needed to fix, would be like 70,
Oh,
like
like
now. But the problem was like you'd get
tuberculosis
wiped out by something. Yeah.
or, I don't know, diarrhea.
Yeah. So people would live till like 70, 80 years old. It just depended on their, status in
Bullshit.
society
No,
and the
but
lives they led and the what?
these assholes drank fucking filthy sand water all the time and got diarrhea and keeled over, and then other people ate them. All right, if you think that it was much better than, I'm not saying now's much better. All right, but I'm saying human nature has existed the whole time. There's always
I
been
mean,
these squalor-driven little rats that have fucking come along, and I'm not talking about Jewish people. I want to be clear on that. They were all Jewish at the time. I said rat. I didn't mean it like that. That's not what I meant.
cannibalism too,
Yeah,
right?
I know. That's not what I kind of. That's why I stopped. That's not what I meant. It was seriously not on purpose. I'm
Talking
not
about people
implicating.
in the past.
Yes.
Right. So I was just clarifying that most people probably didn't live to 70, no, because, they're going to be taken out by the measles or something.
Yeah. They got the fucking flu, dude. What are you gonna do? It's like, back then they were like,
They
dude,
didn't have the flu back then, but yeah.
fucking recently, as George Washington, they were like, I don't know, put some leeches on him. That was it. This was my grandmother. I am pretty sure had some leeches in her. She was a nurse. I'll bet she was like, I don't know, leeches now. Put some leeches on. She was
You
not
take
Aunt
out the
Jemima.
bad blood, and then your body produces more blood that's good new blood.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded. So I don't think that when they were following around Buttery Hands Moses, who's dropping commandments all over the fucking place, and they're worshiping statues of a calf, which I doubt was golden, I really doubt that they were living to 70 at all, dude. That's an eye infection would have killed a toothache, and they
I
were
want
done.
you to, Bryden, Google what age was Moses when he left.
So accurate, I'm sure. What
Yeah,
age was
Google
Moses?
the age. I think that you're going to be surprised at how long people lived in the Old Testament.
Oh, yeah,
Bryden,
in the Old
okay?
Testament. But, so Moses, at the ripe old age of 120, he was described. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll bet that's true. I'll bet that's
So,
totally fucking
Bryden,
accurate.
what now? Booyah.
What now?
That's what I say.
What now? I think that their calendar was most likely different, but yeah.
No,
if he
Moses
exists at
was
all.
a holy man, and he lived longer.
Oh, cool. And Methuselah was
Methuselah lived a long freaking time.
retarded. Retarded.
Bryden, you look so agitated.
I'm having a blast. I haven't been through these things in a long time about how fucking insane
You-
it is.
Have no evidence against it.
You have even less evidence for it.
Have eyewitness accounts? What do you have?
Jesus Christ. Well, no, actually, I think he's on your side, but
You can't call on him, Bryden. He's with me.
I think you'd be shocked about how much he likes me. So,
Jesus is riding with Abby tonight.
nah, he loves rhymes and he hates women. He's riding with Bryden.
Damn it.
I think it's in the Bible. It was like, and then Jesus laid down some sweet bars, and he said,
No, Jesus said a lot of nice things about women, and he was very nice to women.
yeah, he was the only guy in existence at the time that wasn't like, fuck it, hit him.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's a
I'm glad
religion.
that
It's a religion of
he was-
mercy. I'm aware of that. It's a whole thing. It doesn't make Methuselah a real fella. I think their calendar might have been a little off. They were just going. They had a guy that just counted the sun. He was like, "All right, that's one sun that's happened." You think he's
Well,
not
no,
going to
'cause-
lose count?
Over time, after we left the Garden of Eden,
Okay.
we fell further and further away from God's grace, and our lifespans shortened. That's the idea.
Cool. I think it's all the sugar and trans fats.
Also, some people think that, the reason that Russian monks can talk to bears is because they're closer to the divine. I don't know about
Okay, but
that.
here's the thing. They can't.
I would like to talk to a bear.
They can't. But bear training has been a tradition for as long as there's been people and bears.
Also, Russians are kind of just like bears anyway.
No, that's a very positive stereotype we have about the Russians. Most of them are just normal racists on the internet.
I like positive stereotypes.
Sure. And if there
Don't
was
take
ever
them
one
away
about
from
you,
me. There's
I don't care for Russians.
no positive stereotypes about me.
No. No. Not a
None.
one.
I can't think of any.
No.
Everybody hates like blonde women. Like,
Well, lucky for you, your roots are showing,
women.
bitch.
they're just dark blonde.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Abby dyes her fucking hair, and I can't believe that
I
she would-
lighten it a couple shades.
she dyes her fucking hair. That's crazy
I
that you would say you
lighten
don't
it.
dye
I
your hair.
spray hair lightener
Oh
spray.
my
John
God, that's-
Frieda Go Blonder spray, and then I tone it.
No one would ever fall for that. That's crazy.
Fall for what?
Okay.
That's literally what I do. I
Sure.
have it. I can go get it to show it to you.
Yeah, I'll bet you have it. I'll bet you do. I'll bet you do.
Why would I have it if that's not what I use, Bryden? Do you think I'm going to the salon to get
No.
this color?
No. I don't think you're
How
going
do
to
you
the
think I'm
salon.
doing this? This is not the color that happens with a bleach kit either.
No. This is an at home.
Yes, this is an at-home John Frieda Go Blonder spray
Okay. Whatever
situation.
you say. Yeah, yeah. I just put some peroxide lemon juice in my hair, and it just accentuates how blonde I am.
You do it, Bryden. It'll happen with your hair too. Your hair is dark blonde. You're obviously a natural blonde. You probably were very blonde as a
I was
child. It
very
will work
blonde.
for your hair too. It will go down a couple shades. It might not be quite as light as mine, but it definitely won't look bleached like you like it. But
No,
I mean, you'll get lighter hair.
when I was like a kid, I've seen pictures. I mean, I had like the last time I had bleached my hair, like just platinum blonde fucking
Hmm.
baby hair, and then I had
That's what I
that
thought
until I was
because you
like
got no
2.
eyelashes.
Yeah, yeah, I got very, very blonde hair naturally. Um, which is weird that the beard and mustache when I had it wasn't blonde. Like it was like blondish, it was darker, and then there was like a little red, and a couple grays because I'm old.
I
Um,
don't know why beards come in different colors than hair. That's a weird thing,
yeah,
right? You know
it
how
is
many
odd.
guys have like red beards and brown hair? It's weird.
Yeah, it might just be the way that like the light hits it or whatever. But yeah, it's like I had, it was mainly brown, but like there was some red tints to it, and the grays were always. I mean, that's just gonna happen, mold.
Yeah.
But anyway, all
Okay.
right, enough of these ridiculous
Maybe
fucking stories.
I can continue. We were one sentence into the deer having.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to talk about The Office or something, but we had to talk about Moses.
I don't know why that happened. I don't remember anymore. Okay, let's see. Anyway, do you remember that scene from season 1 of The Office where Pam's fiance tells Pam her birthday gift is the best sex of her life? He's supposed to be a jerk for that, but why?
Oh,
If a woman offered me that, I would be ecstatic.
well,
Well,
because
because it's not
Jim,
a gift.
because it is a gift. Shut your mouth. Because like Jim had just given her a great gift, and they had been together for years, and also been engaged for years, and she was a real cunt about it because God, what was Pam's fucking husband's name? I can't remember, but or her fiance's name. I can't remember. He was a blue collar warehouse worker guy, and he didn't make a ton of money, but he did enough to get by. And he ended up being a really good guy in the end anyway, because if you remember when Jim and Pam go to, I want to say Dale, but that's not his name.
How is this answering the question?
Let me get to the point. Um,
Okay.
he ends up, there's like, hey, because he's getting married to a lady, and he's like, you know what I was saying? I was going down to the pool hall or whatever. I was actually taking piano lessons, and then Jim is like, he plays piano, and she goes, no. So being a smug bitch that she is, and he just rocks out some shit on the piano. She didn't appreciate where he was in his life, and she took it for granted, and he ended up being an awesome fucking dude. Like, I think he started some type of a warehouse business or something. Pam was a bad person. That's why. It has nothing
Okay,
to do
but
with what was said. It's that Pam
listen.
is, as a character, you would have to shut up. You have to watch The Office in order to understand this.
Okay, but can
Pam
I
is
just
a
say
bitch.
that women and men are we're different, okay? If you want to give her the best sex of her life as a gift, you don't tell her that. You run her a bath and you give her a glass of wine, okay? And you kiss her and you tell her that she's beautiful and you seduce her and then that will help you,
You can't
okay?
have sex in a
But you can't
bathtub.
just walk. Okay, no, the bath
You
comes
can't have
first
no
before
because
the
no
bath
because
is the, is
no
is
Abby,
like the
Abby,
lead up.
you can't do that because like the wetter it gets, the drier it is. Shower sex doesn't exist. You
Okay,
can't
no,
do that.
she's not gonna be. She's gonna get out.
You can't. She's gonna have to get
Out of
out
the tub. Yeah, she has to get out of the
because you
tub.
can't. It just
Okay,
doesn't work, Abby.
and
It just
then
doesn't work.
no, you know what doesn't work is walking up to a woman and saying, "We're gonna have sex."
You'd be shocked.
I just don't think it's very romantic.
Oh, no, this isn't about romance. This is
Oh, I
efficiency.
think that she wanted it to be about romance if
No,
this is a fiance.
no, she wanted to. You got to watch the show. She wanted to bang Jim. She was already emotionally cheating. Pam. The moral of the story, and the real answer to the question is that Pam Beasley is a piece of shit.
Should I continue with the
Yeah, go ahead.
okay? Uh, but why? If a woman offered me that gift, I would be ecstatic. By the way, my wife and I don't give each other gifts. It's just a pain in the butt. We're adults with bills to pay. Something like a scarf seems pretty trivial. Is gift culture just tipping culture with extra steps?
Yeah, kind of.
Sincerely, Gifted and Gift Knock.
Uh, I think okay. With Erica's birthday coming up, let me take the lead on this, and then I see what you think. I've been asking her repeatedly what the fuck she wants for her birthday. Um, I also have to re up my exorbitantly high fucking car insurance thanks to a certain person that we've talked about on the show, but can't talk about it anymore. Uh, who crashed into my goddamn car, bitch. Not it's not Erica or anybody that we know, but I gotta deal with that shit. But she won't even tell me, and every year it's a big pain in the ass. Christmas is a nightmare for me. So I usually just overcompensate by buying a whole bunch of things that she wouldn't like. However, like if I find something that I think anybody would like, I'm like, just buy that for them. So I'm with you on the gift culture thing. I understand that. That is kind of a tip. But you still kind of have to do it unless you guys have an agreement. If you guys want to just bang for your birthdays and stuff, I understand that.
I think that, listen, I agree generally with Bryden, I guess. I don't, it depends on the personalities involved to some extent, but you have to remember that doing the things that you're supposed to do technically in a relationship are a signal that there's continued appreciation and love and a spark, right? So if you felt the urge to buy a gift and it was something, personalized for them, it's not just some generic crap, like that's going to improve your relationship in general.
Wait, wait, wait,
You
wait.
are reminding her that you still care. You're probably not reminding her constantly.
People
What?
don't like knickknacks because that's all I ever buy
No, some
people
people
is
do.
knickknacks.
Some people do. That's knickknacks are fine. What I'm saying is you don't want to get her a waffle iron or a vacuum. If it's
Fuck.
a knickknack personalized to the person, that's what I'm
I've
talking
been
about.
doing this
That's totally
completely
fine.
wrong because
You don't.
I'm like, I buy people, I'm like, hey, here's a fucking shirt. Or like, hey, look, you see what this is? It's a little miniature of this ugly guy. That one's you. That's what I do for people. Or ants.
Okay.
You could buy
That's
people ants.
yeah. Don't do that. Don't buy people
I
ants.
might just be mentally ill. Sorry, go
You
on.
might be mentally ill. I don't know. It's just people need these emotional reminders, or women do.
Okay.
Whether they are conscious of the reason for it or not. Just get your girl flowers on Valentine's Day so that she knows that you're not sitting there going, "Oh, this is stupid. This is just like tipping culture. This is consumerism, blah blah blah." And then that's really obnoxious. That attitude is obnoxious because you can't get over your like weird like condescension over other people to just do the thing that would make her smile, right? But if she doesn't care, then she doesn't care and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I buy Erica flowers like
Yeah,
all the time. And that's why I
that's great.
always fucking, like Valentine's Day shit is always funny because I'm like, they think I'm a chump. Because I go over to like the, 3 for 12 little Publix flowers and
Mhm.
everybody else is like spending $200 on these things or whatever. I'm like, you guys are idiots. You could just spend the same amount of money over a slower period of time if you just do this every 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better and it's better to do it outside of holidays too cuz then it's not just like a oh shit, I have to do it today thing cuz then it's like legitimately I was just thinking of you. Think about penguins, okay? The boy penguin brings these smooth, cool little pebbles to the girl penguin to woo her.
For
just little pebbles
sex.
over time, and they build up for sex, right? He just gives her these cool little smooth, and everybody likes smooth pebbles. Everyone likes to go out to like a
What?
dry creek bed and find cool like river
Not
rocks,
everybody.
right? I do, and my husband and I we go for hikes, and he brings me the coolest ones, like a penguin, and I like them, and
Okay,
I
that's a
take them like
personal
a
thing.
penguin.
That's a personal thing that you just
But no,
don't
but
bring
it's a
out on the podcast,
metaphor.
Abby. No, I get
Okay,
it.
it's
I get it. It's a metaphor. It's also a thing that is probably better left unshared, because that's weird now. You made it weird, and
but
I've
it's
tainted
just
it by making
penguin.
a big deal about it. So I feel
At
good
least
about it.
okay, you want me to use octopuses as an example? Because their courting rituals are just really vulgar and insane.
I just assumed that octopod, octopuses, age old fucking debate on this show. I just assumed that they.
No, they're all appropriate.
Yeah, I know. It was one of the first episodes. Uh, I just assumed that they spit into each other's mouths, and then there's more
Oh
of them.
no. Oh no, Bryden.
Do I want to hear? Or do you do this?
No, it's not physically possible.
But if it was, you would like it. That's
No,
worse than knowing
no,
what you do in your life
no, that's not
with
what
your
I'm saying. I'm
weird
saying that it's
rock
so
token.
disturbing that you should be. I'm saying it's disturbing.
Okay, and what do they do? Who's dying here? Because the praying mantis is the coolest one. Because sometimes I
Because she
think,
eats his head.
yeah, sometimes I'm
That's pretty
like,
cool.
that would be, if Kim
Well,
Kardashian could just eat me, just eat my head.
Well, the anglerfish, actually, the male
I
just
know that.
dissolves into the woman's body so that they're together forever.
Yeah, I don't like that. I've seen
It's
way
very
too.
romantic.
It's not romantic. I've watched too many of my friends become little anglerfish. I don't like that. For a
No,
cultural
it's only
for
romantic if it's literal.
for a cultural reference for the kids out there, I'm sure it's been made, and I swear I don't normally keep up with this stuff. Idubbbz is the little anglerfish on that lady that he married.
Yeah, I just don't.
So tell me
What do
about the
people?
octopi, and we can get into this. Sorry.
Okay, look, there's a cavity in the back of the head in from the
In the
woman,
female. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm
and
familiar
then
with
there's
that.
a
Relatable.
penis tentacle.
Nice, dude.
So it's just in the brain because their brains are in their tentacles.
Oh, so he just fucks her brain. I've also seen that happen all the time too.
Okay,
I've seen women, yeah, I've seen women just become retarded from dating a guy. That's how they get a personality. Totally aware.
that's how they get a personality.
It is. I hate women.
I know you do. I know you hate women. I
It's
think it's
crazy.
really, you could see these things that stupid women do as like positive things. They bond with a man, and it's good that they can learn to kind of share your interests with you like that and learn to appreciate things and take away from it, afterward. Like, wouldn't it be weird
That's
if
just
as
called
soon as
learning.
she left you, she was a blank slate again? That would be the real problem. But yeah, that's what I'm saying is it's just called learning, Bryden.
Right.
It's just called like bonding with someone. The other
No,
side of
no,
it,
no,
the
no, no.
reason men
You're
don't do
missing
this
it. You're missing
is
this.
because men are so much less likely to be interested in girl hobbies.
No. See, you're
They watch
missing this.
shows with us.
I don't like any of those, but I do like. I like girl stuff, I guess.
You like Veronica Mars.
Oh, Veronica Mars is so good.
You
And
like girl stuff.
I did take that away from a girl. A girl did show me that show, and I love that show.
It's the same thing.
So one out of a billion, actually. Super stud, super
Yeah,
stud,
okay.
super stud. No, but no. The problem is that women will like take these things and then use them to attract other men, and they're just trying to like I guess for lack of a better way, like natural selection their way down to, well, I liked this thing, but not this, so I'll pretend to be this thing. Oh, I'm a fucking comedian now. Oh, I'm into goth music. I'm a fucking this and that. And it's like, I'm sorry, you're barely what your father wanted you to be, especially if we're dating.
So you don't think that if a girl do you think they're lying
Sometimes, not all the time.
when they get into the hobbies with you and they're not enjoying it at all?
Sometimes,
Or
not all
what?
the time. I would say about 70% of the time, no, it's a trait they're using that they learned that this was cool and they liked that type of guy, but that not particularly that guy. Um, but yeah, I'd say, you've got some genuine interest in some things. Like the fact that female comedians exist at all is about 70% trying to impress male comedians, and 30% there's some legitimate women out there, funny or not, that are interested in comedy.
Do you think women are that Machiavellian,
Yes.
really?
Yes. 100%. Yes.
Man.
I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong about that. Fuck, I admire it.
And yet you're sitting here saying it and saying I hate women so much in between saying it. You don't
Yeah.
admire it. You hate it. You're upset about it.
No, I hate George W. Bush, but I fucking admire him. He's gangster.
He's
I,
gangster. He's
I,
very funny.
I can see. I'm a man, so I can hold two thoughts in my head at once and see things, for what they are. I could admire
But
certain
these women
traits.
that you're talking about can't.
No, not capable.
They're not capable of enjoying a thing and also intentionally signaling that they enjoy the thing to attract the sort of man that also enjoys the thing totally genuinely.
Very rare. Yeah.
Why? Well, why?
We're
Like,
built different.
has this been admitted to you by someone that they do this?
Nobody
You
has to
just like,
admit things.
because it would look the exact same to you either way.
No, no. You can kind of tell.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell, like who's doing it for attention versus who's sincere.
There are certain like, women do like attention. I'm not saying there are no
I love
women who
attention.
are seeking attention.
Yeah, I mean, I love attention, but like I also genuinely love radio. So it's just a matter of radio is a very attention seeking type of thing. So I just do a fucking podcast. But no, you can tell. You can tell. I mean, there are like
Oh.
actual hot girls that are into Magic the Gathering. They're very rare. If it's
So does
ever
the fact that my husband introduced me, so he was my boyfriend in high school, say we had broken up instead of gotten married, does the fact that he didn't, okay, my mom did introduce me to Magic the Gathering and D&D and stuff, but say my husband had introduced me to Magic the Gathering while I was dating him at 16, I learned that I really liked the game and continued to play it after. Okay?
how long?
The only people who are going to play that with me are men who are interested in sleeping with me. Other women are not going to play that with me.
No, no, no. Other women
Okay,
might be
think of it
interested.
in those
There's
terms.
plenty of women that play Magic the Gathering that would be interested in sleeping with you. They're called Blackbeards. All right, that's
Okay, so men or women, right, interested in sleeping with, so it might
there's a
look a
lot of
certain
yeah.
way, right? As a as someone who grew up with a straight up nerd mom and
Sure.
just thought being the tomboy nerd girl was a normal average thing
Right.
to do. That's the perspective I'm coming from, where it's
You,
like I have these assumptions pointed at me as soon as I come into a space, no
do
matter
you? But
what.
okay. But point goes to me on this. Do you think that most people had your fucking upbringing?
No, I don't, but I also don't think that the women I have met who are into nerd things are doing it for men at all whatsoever. And all the like people, the women I like, I've just never encountered this ever.
I don't know.
Like, I mean, not, I have encountered plenty of women doing very attention seeking things, but it's certainly not the examples we're using right
I
now. Like metal music and, goth music and Magic the Gathering and stuff. It's
well,
certainly not any of these like weird things. It's going to be like football.
oh yeah, no,
It's going to be football is what it's going to be.
I think that the football thing is slightly different because that's like a supportive wife type of thing. It's annoying when they get into it. I think that's kind of been ruined now because of the NFL won't stop fucking. Oh, Taylor Swift is here. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm not a big football guy anyway, but I don't fucking care if Taylor Swift is there. It makes me hate the Chiefs. I know that. I didn't like him before, but it makes me hate them now.
I can imagine that would be annoying if you are a football person to just have, because I guess they were just like switching the camera over to be like, look, Taylor Swift is here all the time and stuff for
They
a
do it with
while.
a lot of celebrities anyway, but it's constant with the Taylor. Oh, let's get Taylor Swift's reaction on this fucking tackle. How about Taylor Swift shoves it up her tiny little ass. How's that? I'm not a Taylor Swift hater. I'm in between. I'm not a Swiftie. I don't hate her. I think she has some great songs. I don't know what the fuck she has to do with football.
I
Eat
agree.
shit, dude. This is the same NFL that's like end racism. Did a touchdown, so we ended it. Let's figure it out. When they were wearing the breast cancer shoes years and years ago, that should have been a big canary in the fucking coal mine over the whole thing. I can't wait for the whole fucking league to get shut down because of this CTE bullshit. Fuck you. AB is right, all right? I'm team Antonio fucking Brown, dude. Brady retired. I'm out. I don't give a fuck about the NFL now.
Let's shut it all down.
Fuck it. Shut it all down. Good.
You
Get
know what?
out of there.
Instead, I have an idea of what we could do with the excess prison population, okay? We can
No.
build a coliseum.
No. That sounds inefficient.
Okay, we can let them play football.
If you just electrify the fucking floors, this will all be over so quickly.
I know, but we can't do that. We have to. I'm talking about bringing entertainment to the masses.
Well, hey, some of the guys are in there for like DUI, involuntary manslaughter, and they really, really regret it. So,
yeah, well,
7 years
we'd
is
have to
it
be
for them,
selective
but
about it. Like the people who are allowed on the to go out and pick trash up from the side of the road because their offenses aren't violent and
okay,
stuff.
those
Like
are
those
those
people
are
don't have to go to the Coliseum.
yeah, those are typically like county jail inmates. That's a different thing.
No federal inmates ever
I don't
do
think
that.
federal do. Let's find
Okay,
out.
I
Yeah,
thought they did something. Don't they like work on farms or something?
they might. I think they just make license plates, but or McDonald's uniforms.
Well,
Uh,
whatever. You know what I mean. Like anyone approved for like special privileges is going to be safe from the Coliseum. You know, anyone who's like, it's manslaughter versus murder type of situation. You know.
Yeah, so it doesn't know. There's no specific mention of federal inmates doing roadside cleanup, so probably not. Because,
Huh. Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
yeah, I think that's just like your county jail is, they're in there for a year or two or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, uh, was it YMW Melly? He's they got to figure his shit out. He's been in like fucking jail for 6 years now, and they're gonna start his trial maybe next year. He did it. We all know. He wrote a song about it.
There's literally a right to a speedy trial.
Well, I don't know how long is it.
Bryden.
Did the fucking future trial end ever? Uh,
It's just crazy to me that this is even allowed.
well, no, a lot of it is the lawyers. Like the defense lawyers will, keep pushing stuff back just to try to not get them
Yeah.
convicted and just to like figure it the fuck out. So then that I would think kind of bypasses your right to it because it's not the prosecution like in the
Sure, but
state that's trying to
there
keep you in there.
I'd imagine that's how it takes 5, 6 years or whatever. I would think though. I mean, I know that there are people who just they couldn't make bail, so they're stuck there for 6 months until their trial or something. When like it's just they just couldn't
Well,
make bail.
guess
Like that's
Democrat Abby. Democrat Abby. Here she is again with bail reform.
no. What I'm saying is sentence them sooner, so they're not in a limbo area. The innocent get let go, and the guilty go away.
But you gotta have a fair trial, and lawyers
I
need
know it's
time.
a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
I think 6 months is speedy, depending on what you're talking about. It's super speedy. And then, the legal system tries to beat people down and goes like, oh, take this. It's 3 years. Otherwise, you're getting 25 years. And it's a whole
The plea deal
disaster.
stuff is shady too.
Yeah, it's almost like you and I are the least qualified to solve this fucking problem.
We are. I'm just saying coliseums.
So you think we should just make them fight lions?
Know each other. We don't. No animal
Again,
cruelty.
I
Bryden.
I just don't think that a coliseum is going to help the guy that is wrongly accused of assault or something because he
No,
looks
we're replacing football. No, the problem was replacing football. Come on, Bryden, get with the program. We're
football.
replacing football.
Football is also an extremely brutal game to the point that they might shut down the NFL in our lifetime.
That would be great.
Okay, I don't
I mean,
listen.
I don't think most of these men like started out beating the crap out of their wives. I think they got hit in the head a few times
100%.
first.
Oh yeah,
Like that's not
100%.
okay.
100%. CTE is real and going to fuck the whole league up, but not my problem because I like baseball. So, hey,
There you go.
doubled my fucking money on that Reds game the other day, by the way.
Always a
Reds
gambler.
Guardians 1-0. Go Reds. What's up, Cincinnati?
Please never, ever, guys, I'm talking to the listeners now. Stop. Don't ask me about The Office again. Don't ask me about it. Or Friends or Seinfeld. I've never seen any of it. I don't even
Eh,
know what Frasier is.
Frasier's good. Well, I
I
haven't
know what the
watched
man
all.
looks like.
I haven't watched all of Wings, but I intend to. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Look, and we are at an hour, so we got to
Hmm.
wrap this one up. But I would say Angie Tribeca, and if you guys have anything to say, please do that. Yes,
Oh, yeah,
DM
I
Abby
need.
this stuff. Do it in the goddamn comments of the Spotify or the fucking YouTube or the Rumble.
Yeah,
Please do that because it
I check
helps.
them.
It helps.
Or just go on my Twitter page when I post the video, I pin it. You can comment under there. But I would really love show recommendations for like fun, silly stuff. It doesn't even have to be like a straight up comedy. I like sci fi, I like fantasy, I like all kinds of stuff.
You seen Louie, right?
Yes, a long time ago I
Okay.
did. It was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
We were considering rewatching Community because we
I
never
love it.
finished it way back in. I can't remember how many seasons we watched. It was like three, maybe. I don't know.
There's six
But
seasons. Season
we'll have
one
to
is
start over.
see you should. Season one is fine. Gets its legs in season two. Season three is pretty good. Season four is kind of butt. Season five is fine, and then season six is kind of trash. It's not a very good show in the long run, but it has so many great moments. I fucking love Community. It's one of my favorite shows.
I remember liking it when we watched it. There were a bunch of D&D episodes. Those were my favorite because they were just funny. They're
Yep.
very cute.
The first D&D episode is pulled from all streaming platforms because Chang shows up. This is retarded. Chang shows up completely in black, and they're like,
Oh,
"What the
I
fuck?"
remember that.
He was like, "I'm a drow."
I don't even understand. Okay, this is something that I was ranting about to my husband recently because and the poor man has to deal with so much at work and then he has to come home and listen to me. There's times when I can just see the pain in his eyes and I'm like, "Oh no, I went
I
too
wish
far. I need to stop
I wish I
talking about
could.
aliens."
I wish I could see the pain in his eyes when I start talking to him about. So anyway, here's this free
Yeah.
plugin. So it makes drums sound a little bit different.
It's the same look, by the way. I've seen him read the messages. It's the exact same look. I think that's honestly,
No, no,
perhaps the
no.
ways in which you remind him of me may be why he tolerates
It,
you.
it really adds a little tiny bit of reverb to your snare that nobody would
Yeah.
notice unless you're on like a fucking 8x1
Oh
system.
my
All right.
goodness. But anyway, yeah, so I was ranting. I was like, it's just so dumb that they're pulling all these episodes from streaming, like the It's Always Sunny episodes, but not, say, these 30 Rock episodes. There's
They
multiple
did.
blackface 30 Rock episodes. Did they? Did they pull that?
Yeah.
I don't understand why though, because my
Tina
point I
Fey
was
said
trying to
pull
make
them.
to him is that it's done so differently now. All of these shows, the joke is this person is doing blackface. The
Yep.
joke is not black people. The joke is they are doing an absurd racist thing and usually not quite aware of it.
Yep.
And they're the stupid one. They are doing it as the butt of the joke. All of these, where I've seen all these episodes, this person is the butt of the joke for being a stupid racist. Why would that get pulled? It
Believe,
logically makes no sense to me.
believe me, 2020 was a fucking retarded ass year. They pulled the 30 Rock episode with John Hamm doing blackface. They pulled the.
Jenna does it like 5 times or something.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it was never like haha black people. Yeah, I know. It was always
No,
just a
not
fucking idiot.
once.
No, because it's funny because we all know not to do that. Because it's it's rude. But I one time my buddy and I wrote a sketch. It's wiped from the internet because we haven't talked in fucking well over a decade. But I wrote the sketch. I did blackface. So, but the joke was,
Look at this dum dum.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's the way in which it is funny now, right? That's the acceptable way to do it. It was, I guess, for a very brief window of time,
to
and now it's not anymore. I don't know.
to be fair, let me describe the sketch. It was I'm not gonna give his name away, but it was a real short video. We only did the one, and it was kind of like a not found footage, but whatever, kind of like a vlog type of thing. And it was like, hey, what are you doing? We got to write a sketch today. So we sat around writing a sketch, and we were trying to come up with comedy duos. It was one episode, it was episode one, trying to come up with comedy duos. And it was like Laurel and Hardy. He's like, no, no. And he's playing the idiot. Uh, and then I eventually got to Amos and Andy, and he's like, yes. And then it cuts to me putting, makeup on my face because he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I go, this is not what I had in mind. And that was
See,
the
that's
bit.
just funny.
Yeah, it was
Everyone
funny.
can laugh at that. That's not offensive.
It was not racist. It was not at all racist. I wasn't that racist yet.
And I'm not trying to do the I'm not racist thing. You guys know that, right? But like,
You better not be racist on my watch.
I'm not racist. That's not the point either. The point is I should be able to do blackface and get away with it. No, just
I
kidding.
don't think that you should. Okay.
I'm
And
just
that is
kidding.
the last line of the show because I got to pee. And we
Thank
were
you,
at an hour.
everyone. Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/here to help podcast. As little as $1 gets the entire back catalog, which is 100 and something episodes right now.
Jesus, yeah.
And it's every week on Monday. You get another one. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and have a great week secure in the knowledge that we are with you, and we are the only ones you can trust are here to help.
I can't believe you admitted it every week finally. All right. So, anyway, adios, fellas.